What is up, guys? It's your boy Crota's Cactus, and today we are going to be showcasing the brand new Necrocasm Exotic Auto Rifle, just added into Destiny 2 with the reprised Crota's End raid during Season of the Witch. And so, let's get started. Now, first things first, how the heck do you get this thing? Well, there's actually two separate ways. The first way is how I acquired it, and that's by beating the Crota's End raid within that 48-hour contest mode, where it is harder than normal. Enemies are higher level than normal. You beat it, and as you can see, you interact with this quest object, and you're gonna get, well, actually three different things. The Husk of the Pit, White Rarity Auto Rifle, the Eidolon Ally, Legendary Auto Rifle, and finally, the Necrochasm Exotic Auto Rifle. Now, if you beat it after the contest mode, I believe you will just get Husk of the Pit, and you will have to upgrade it to the Eidolon Ally, and then further upgrade it to the Necrochasm. I wish I could bring you guys a complete guide on how to do that. However, unfortunately, with how this reward is given out, that is not possible. But I did stay up into the wee hours of the morning to put out the complete Crota's End raid guide, so definitely check that out. You still have a few hours to get the Necrocasm outright. But moving on from there, let's showcase what the heck this exotic actually does so you know if it's worth grinding for. Now, the intrinsic trait is called Cursebringer. Precision final blows with this weapon trigger a Cursed Thrall explosion. Final blows with the Cursed Thrall explosions refill the magazine. Now, it also has another unique trait here called Desperation. Reloading after a precision final blow or a final blow with a Cursed Thrall explosion increases your rate of fire and improves stability and aim assist. So, if we look at the base stats of the Necrochasm, it's a 720 rounds per minute auto rifle with a fantastic amount of stability. Actually, great stats all around. But Desperation is very much like Desperado that you can get on pulse rifles. In fact, the icon is quite similar. This is the only time in the entire game it's on an auto rifle. And so that means, as you can see in the background gameplay, if you get a precision kill and reload, you essentially go from 720 rounds per minute to about 900-ish, and that is an homage to the original Destiny 1 Necrochasm, which was a 900 rounds per minute auto rifle back when that used to be an archetype. So, already, that's really interesting because, having an auto rifle that is going to shoot way faster than pretty much any other auto rifle in the game, well, not pretty much, literally any other auto rifle in the game because of this perk, is gonna do wonders for your damage output. Because importantly, and I just rechecked the numbers in the gameplay to make sure, your damage does not change when the rate of fire is increased. So again, it's a huge DPS output increase. Now, we then have the whole Cursed Thrall explosion angle. So, as you can see, you get those precision kills, and there will be a literal Cursed Thrall explosion that will damage nearby enemies. It's very similar in its overall effect to something like a Dragonfly or a Firefly. I'm not quite sure the differences in radius and damage, but it seemed very similar in function. Now, when you do get a Cursed Thrall kill, and what that actually means is you get that precision kill, the Cursed Thrall explosion kills another enemy, then, as you can see, you will instantaneously reload that 50 round mag. So no matter if you're on 1 round in the mag or 49, it will go right back up to 50. However, very importantly, and as you can see in the background gameplay, that process of refilling the magazine counts as a reload. So what happens is that if you get those Cursed Thrall explosions and you pop back up to 50 rounds, it will also give you Desperation. You don't actually have to get a Cursed Thrall explosion and then manually reload. You'll have to do the manual reload after you just get a precision kill and the Cursed Thrall explosion kills nothing to get Desperation. But again, when you get that explosion, it just gives you those 50 rounds and Desperation, and so that means, as you can see, you can go off with the Necrochasm. As long as you're attacking groups of enemies, as long as you're getting precision kills and triggering those cursed stall explosions, you are shooting way faster than normal, instantly refilling your magazine every time, and you are just spraying lead on everything you're seeing. So when the Necrochasm is popping off, oh my goodness, it is popping off. Like, it is probably one of the best guns in the game when it comes to ad clearing with this capacity. Now, there are some problems, and those problems are just what happens when the chain breaks. If you come across a more powerful enemy, a yellow bar that takes a while to take down, then your desperation, which doesn't last very long, will go away. You've got to restart the chain, and you have to be getting those precision hits. Now, those really aren't that hard to do with how good of an accuracy and stability you have with the Necrochasm, but at longer ranges it can struggle a little bit. I mean, it's no hand cannon when it comes to getting precision kills. And another big problem is, again, what I alluded to earlier. If it's not chaining, it's just a completely normal 720 rounds per minute auto rifle. Like, there is absolutely nothing on this weapon. Originally, there is a catalyst, remember, but there's nothing on this weapon that improves it in any way against a single target that you're facing before you get that initial kill and start chaining, right? If I'm using something like the Refuse's Fury, I have Frenzy that can trigger, on a powerful target and give me a damage boost versus that very same target I'm trying to kill. So on higher level content, stuff like Grandmasters, other Nightfalls, challenge mode raids, where it takes quite a lot to take down those enemies, you want perks that are going to help you with those initial kills. And additionally, as you're fighting higher level content enemies, it's going to be a lot harder to get those cursed thrall kills. That's why in higher level content, stuff like Firefly and Dragonfly kind of falls off a bit, because you will trigger it, you get that explosion, and it does a quarter of the health of the guy next to it, and you're like, oh, okay, that didn't really do much. Like, with this gun, you don't just need to do damage, you need to get the actual kill for it to start popping off. With that being said, again, you can trigger it manually when you are just getting precision kills, which is very possible, and that rate of fire increase will be nice. But yeah, it does kind of lack when it isn't popping off specifically against large groups of enemies. With all that being said, remember, it's an exotic primary, which means it's going to do 40% more damage against red bars, and auto rifles specifically got a huge PvE damage boost in last season's mid-season update. So in most content, you can absolutely pop off with this thing, and again, it's so much fun when you do start chaining it over and over again. And so guys, there you have it. That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.